Good morning. Today we will start with chemical reactions. Adiabatic flame temperature in steady combustion. So liquid octane C8H18 enters the combustion chamber of a gas turbine steadily at 1 atmosphere and 25 degrees Celsius at this here, and it is burned with air that enters the combustion chamber at the same state, means air at 25 and 1 atmosphere that enter the combustion chamber. Now determine the adiabatic flame temperature. Complete combustion means 100% theoretical air. Complete combustion with 4% theoretical air. Incomplete combustion, some CO in the products with 90% theoretical air. So this is steady flow combustion process. The combustion chamber is adiabatic. There are no work interactions. So the balance equation for the combustion process with theoretical amount of air is, so this is T8H18 plus 12.5 oxygen plus 3.76 nitrogen, which will form 8 carbon dioxide plus 9 H2O plus 47 nitrogen. So this is your balanced chemical reaction. So enthalpy of product must be enthalpy of reactant. So this is enthalpy of product. This is enthalpy of reactant. In case of reactant, it will be at standard temperature because they are at 20 degree, 5 degree and 1 atmosphere pressure. So it is HF naught. In this case, your reactant is C8H18. So this is your enthalpy of the reactant. So since all reactants are at standard reference state, so HF is 0 for oxygen and nitrogen, and HF naught. The HF naught and H values for various components at 298 R. So this is for your C8H18 liquid form, oxygen, nitrogen, water and CO2. Now substitute all these values into here in this equation, which is your product, and equate it equal to this here. So after equating, we know here are three unknowns, that is enthalpy of CO2 at outlet, which is CO2, enthalpy of water at outlet temperature, and enthalpy of nitrogen at outlet temperature. Though outlet temperature is missing, means after combustion whatever the products they had some temperature, so that temperature is missing. So it is clear that we had one equation with three unknowns. Actually we have only one unknown, the temperature of products, means we don't know temperature of products what is. As we know, enthalpy is dependent on temperature for ideal gases, therefore we have to use an equation solver such as EES or a trial and error approach. So as we know, in the products most is your nitrogen, 47 moles. So you can assume that only nitrogen here. By assuming the nitrogen, or you can say take all these moles 47 plus 9 plus 8 and divide by here, you will get 88220 kilojoule per kilomole of energy. So this enthalpy value correspond to 265 Kelvin for nitrogen, 2100 for hydrogen, for water, and 1800 Kelvin for CO2. So to simplify the equation, what we will do, we will treat that this whole mixture is belongs to the with the nitrogen only. So we will take this as the temperature for our approximate value for the product temperature 2650, and corresponds to this 2650 temperature. What is enthalpy? That is of CO2, that is this value at 2650 Kelvin. For water, that is this one, and for nitrogen it is this one. And we know that this value is more as compared to this value. It means we have to decrease this 2650 to the further value, so that this overall value of energy will decrease. So we will take second value, which is at 2400 Kelvin, and this 2400 Kelvin we had this much amount of enthalpy, and it will give the result of 5646, or you can say, next we choose this value which is 2350 Kelvin, and corresponding to this Kelvin we will select the value of this enthalpy, and we will get 5, this value 5526, which is slightly more than this value, less than this value. It means temperature lies between 2400 Kelvin and 2350 Kelvin. So which is lower than this. Therefore, the actual temperature for products lies between Na. By interpolation, it is found that T product is 32395 Kelvin. So same for the balance equation for complete combustion process with 4% theoretical air is your this equation, and when you solve this equation you will get 962 Kelvin flame temperature, which had decreased as compared to your balanced chemical reaction air fuel ratio. Notice that the temperature of products decrease significantly as a result of using excess air. The balance equation for the incomplete combustion process with 90% theoretical air is, when your air is less, means 10% air is less, then the temperature of product is 2236 Kelvin. Entropy change of reacting system. So far we have analyzed combustion products from conservation of mass and conservation energy point of view. The thermodynamic analysis of the process is not complete. However, without examination of second law aspects of particular interest are the exergy and energy, exergy destruction, both of which are related to entropy. The entropy balance relations are equally applicable to both reacting and not reacting systems, provided that the entropies of individual constituents are evaluated properly using a common base. The entropy balance for any system, including reacting systems undergoing any gas process, can be expressed as. So take this example. So reactants S reactant, this is products S product, this is your reaction chamber where entropy will change, that is ZLS system. The entropy change associated with chemical relation. So S in minus S out plus S generation is equal to del change system. So whatever the entropy in, whatever the entropy out, plus there is entropy generation, that is the entropy change of the system. So using quantities per unit mole of fuel and taking the positive direction of heat transfer to be to the system, the entropy balance relation can be expressed more explicitly for a closed or steady flow reacting system. So you can take this value, that is sum of, this is the entropy, sum of entropies of individual reactants plus entropy generated is equal to entropy of product minus entropy of reactant. So here this parameter is whatever the in the reaction chamber, this parameter for whatever present in the reaction chamber, where Tk is the temperature at the boundary where Qk crosses it. For adiabatic process Q is 0, the entropy transfer drops out. So for adiabatic process Q is 0, heat transfer is 0. So S generation is equal to S product minus S reactant, which is always greater than 0. The total entropy generated during a process can be determined by applying entropy balance to an extended system that includes the system itself and its immediate surroundings, where external reversibility might be occurring. When evaluating the entropy transfer between extended system and the surrounding, the boundary temperature of extended system is simply taken to be the environment temperature. The determination of entropy change associated with a chemical reaction seems to be straightforward, except for one thing. The entropy relations for the reactants and the products involve the entropies of components, not entropy change, which was the case of non-reacting system. Thus we are faced with problem of finding a common base for entropy. The search for such a common base was finished with the third law of thermodynamics, which states that the entropy of a pure crystalline substance as absolute zero is 0. At absolute zero temperature will be 0. So this forms the basis for the calculation. Therefore the third law of thermodynamics provides an absolute base for the entropy values of all substances. Entropy values related to this base are called absolute entropy. The S0 values listed through for various gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, water, OH and OR, the ideal gas absolute entropy values at a specific temperature and at a pressure of 1 atmosphere. So S0 values are given. So the absolute entropy values for various fuels are listed in table also with together with H0 values. So we know if you take this here, this is a temperature entropy diagram, we know the absolute value here, that is the function of temperature and P0. Now if you have to find this entropy here, that is at particular different pressure and different temperature. So these two are related how? So this entropy at different temperature and pressure and entropy at standard temperature pressure, which is your 1 atmosphere pressure. So minus Ru log P by P0. So this terms is basically gives you change of entropy with a change in pressure. So when your pressure changes from P0 to to P. So this term represents that change of entropy, because we know from ideal gas equation pressure is equal to function of temperature. So when your temperature will change or pressure will change, this relation will include the change of entropy. For I component of an ideal gas mixture, this relation can be written as SI TPI is equal to S naught I TP naught minus RU log YI PM by P naught, where PM is the total pressure of mixture and Y is the mole fraction of component divided by P naught, which is 1 atmosphere. From this you can find the entropy value here. Here I can be for number of gases, for 1, 2, 3, 4, any number of gases. So for individual gas you have to find this, and then for rest of the gases, and then you can find in this way the entropy at particular temperature and pressure. Second analysis of reacting systems. So this is exergy, this is state. So when the reactants used to form products, in case of reversible work, once the total entropy change or entropy generation is evaluated, the exergy destroyed, X destroyed, associated with the chemical reaction can be determined from X destroyed is equal to T naught S generation, where T naught is thermal temperature of the surrounding. When analyzing reacting systems, we are more concerned with the changes in energy, exergy of the reacting systems, that with the values of exergy at various states, that the reversible work W represents the maximum work that can be done during a process. In the absence of any changes in kinetic and potential energies, the reversible work relation for a steady flow combustion process that involves heat transfer with only the surroundings at T naught can be obtained by replacing the enthalpy terms. So instead of here you can see, so this is the reversible work is equal to number of moles of reactant into heat of formation at standard temperature pressure plus enthalpy at temperature which is at which your reactants are supplied, minus H naught which is standard enthalpy, minus T naught S bar for reactant, and the same for the products. An interesting situation arises when both the reactants and products are at the temperature of the surrounding T naught. In that case, H naught minus T naught S is equal to H minus T naught S is equal to become Gibbs function G naught. So which is by definition the Gibbs function of a unit mole of substance. So you instead of here you can replace with the Gibbs function. So then if you replace this with the Gibbs function, you will get this here, where Gf naught is the Gibbs function of the formation. So Gf naught is equal to 0 for stable elements like nitrogen, oxygen at standard reference state of 25 degrees Celsius and 1 atmosphere, just like the enthalpy of formation, and Gt naught minus G naught represent the value of sensible Gibbs function of a substance at temperature T naught related to the standard reference state. So reversible work associated with a combustion process, you can see here, this is 1 mole of carbon at 77 Fahrenheit and 1 atmosphere is burned with 1 mole of oxygen at 77 Fahrenheit and 1 atmospheric. Standard temperature is and pressure is 77 Fahrenheit and 1 atmospheric. So this is the outlet, CO2 77 Fahrenheit and 1 atmospheric. Assuming the combustion is complete, determine the reversible work for this process. So carbon is burned steadily with pure oxygen. The reversible work should be the process is determined. The Gibbs function of formation at 77 and 1 atmosphere for oxygen and carbon is 0, and this much amount for CO2. The enthalpy of formation 0 for carbon and oxygen is this for CO2. The absolute entropy is 1.36. For carbon, 49 for oxygen and 51 for CO2. The combustion equation is carbon plus oxygen, which will form CO2. Now we will apply the work reversal, which is equal to number of moles of reactants into Gibbs function of reactants minus number of products into Gibbs function of products. So as we know, the reactants are carbon and oxygen, and for this Gibbs function is 0, and for products it is minus number of moles of product into Gibbs function. Number of mole is 1 and your Gibbs function is given here. that is minus 169 into 680. So this is your work reversible. You can calculate this work if you had enthalpy terms. The answer will come same. So this is up to here about the reversible work associated with the combustion process. Subscribe this channel, like this video, and thank you for watching this video.